Welcome to Third Bracket. This is the practice 1 of GRE Verbal series. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and stay connected. Let's get started. So the first question is saying, at the cutting edge of research, scientists are developing new sunscreens of both something and internal varieties. Here, if you look close to the word internal variety and it is connected to the blank with an and. So the blank will be similar to the internal varieties. So if we look at the options, here are regional, polar, topical, territorial, and atmospheric. The atmospheric word is something outside of the thing, not internal. And regional and territorial both are similar, but they specifically don't refer to the internal thing. It's just a regional thing, but not something that is internal. And the polar is the same, it doesn't mention anything internal or external, but the topical, the word itself says or it means that something that pertain to the body part. So according to the context, we can check the topical, and the full sentence would be, at the cutting edge of research, scientists are developing new sunscreens of both topical and internal varieties. So the right answer is topical. The next question is, floodwaters had already breached the library's walls, but hopeful volunteers in hip boots worked tirelessly to something the damage. Here the bad word is changing the following sentence from the former one. And the options are mitigate, abase, bolster, forestall, flummox, and exacerbate. Here the exacerbate would be discarded because it means make something worse. Obviously, the volunteers will not do something that would make the damage worse. The flummox word is out of context because it means being confused because of difficulty or complexity. Here it has no use in the context. And the bolster word, it means strengthening. Here also volunteers will not do something that would strengthening the damage or make the damage stronger. They will not do that, certainly. So it's also discarded. Abase, it's out of context, but mitigate and forestall both are very much appropriate to that context. Mitigate means reducing something, and in this sentence it would be reducing the damage, and forestall means stopping something or halting something. So the right answer would be mitigate and forestall. The full sentence is, floodwaters had already breached the library's walls, but hopeful volunteers in hip boots worked tirelessly to mitigate or forestall the damage. The third sentence is, even though the judge personally found the law something, his moral objection did not provide a legal basis on which to rule the law unconstitutional. Here the word even though is opposing the two sentences. It means the judge personally found the law something negative, but he couldn't provide a legal basis. The options are anodyne, abhorrent, propitious, permissible, invidious, and salubrious. Here salubrious means health promoting, out of the context, and it's discarded. Permissible, it means allowable, not close to the context. Propitious, it means sign of success, lucky or prosperous, out of context. Anodyne means painkiller or inoffensive, something that is not really offensive or negative. But abhorrent, it means offensive, and invidious, it means prejudice or discriminatory. So the right answers would be abhorrent and invidious. The full sentence is, even though the judge personally found the law abhorrent or invidious, His moral objection did not provide a legal basis on which to rule the law unconstitutional. The fourth sentence is something, though the family now may be, they continue to carry themselves in public with an air befitting their aristocratic heritage. So the first sentence should be negative, and the following sentence is saying it's something positive. They are showing some aristocratic heritage. So the options are impecunious, idyllic, glamorous, patrimonial, bucolic, and insolvent. Here, bucolic means some pastoral or rural, out of the context. Patrimonial means ancestral, out of the context. Glamorous is positive. So we are looking some word which is negative. Glamorous is positive, out of the context. Idyllic means perfect or pleasant, positive word, out of the context. But impecunious, it means unable to pay the checks or payments or debts, very much appropriate to the context. And insolvent means bankrupt or unable to meet the financial obligations. So the right answers are impecunious and insolvent. So the full sentence is impecunious or insolvent though the family now may be, they continue to carry themselves in public with an air befitting their aristocratic heritage. The fifth question is, the director of the musical admitted that while he was very good with characterization, scenery, lighting, and music, choreography was not at all his something. Here, while word is opposing the final or the last sentence. So he is basically saying he's good at something. Then the next sentence should be negative. But the final or the next sentence, choreography was not at all his something, this sentence itself a negative. You can look at the not word in this sentence. So we should find out some positive words. The options are strong suit, weakness, forte, hobby, deficiency, and pastime. Pastime is out of the context. Deficiency is negative word and it's lacking. We are not looking for that. Hobby is just hobby. It's not appropriate to that context. Forte, it's really some strong or really appropriate to that blank. It is a correct word. Weakness is weakness and it's negative. And lastly, strong suit. It's a positive word and very much appropriate to the blank. So the right answers are strong suit and forte. The full sentence is, the director of the musical admitted that while he was very good with characterization, scenery, lighting, and music, choreography was not at all his strong suit or forte. The sixth question is, although the stress tests given to European banks are supposed to reassure some investors by distinguishing the reliable financial institutions from the more some ones, the lack of candor from those reporting has made the test results something. Here the last sentence is opposite from the first one because of the word although. In the blank one, the options are prolix, cantankerous, and timorous. Timorous means fearful, cantankerous means bad-tempered, and prolix means speak or write at longer length, which is out of the context. Cantankerous means bad-tempered, but we are reassuring to some investors. So obviously they are fearful. So fearful investors, by distinguishing the reliable financial institutions from the more, here in the blank 2, it should be a negative word. The options are venerated, which means respected. It will not be appropriate for blank 2. Staunch means firm or dependable, a positive word. But in the D, option D, the word is precarious. It means not dependable, or shaky. So this is the correct word for blank 2. The last sentence is the lack of candor. Candor means neutralness. The lack of neutralness from those reporting has made the test results what? Monetary, something money related. It is out of the context. Sound, not appropriate but suspect. It means suspicious. Lack of candor, lack of neutrality obviously will make the test results suspicious. So the correct answers are timorous, precarious, and suspect. Although the stress tests given to European banks are supposed to reassure timorous investors by distinguishing the reliable financial institutions from the more precarious ones, the lack of candor from those reporting has made the test results suspect. The seventh question is beatified by the Catholic Church in 1765. Italy cleric Ludovico Sabatini is something each year on the day of his death, June 11. Beatified means blessed, and in the blank it should be some positive words. The options are pledged, it means promise or oath. The evoked means call forth or arousing something. It is not related to the blank or context. Pledged also is not related to the context. Defied means God-alike or related to God, not related to the context. Christened, it means name after or baptize. It's also nothing related to the context. But venerated or honored, both are same, and the meaning is respected. So the correct answers are venerated and honored, and the sentence is beatified by the Catholic Church in 1765. Italy cleric Ludovico Sabatini is venerated or honored or respected each year on the day of his death, June 11. The eighth question is the blank entourage accompanied Elvis everywhere he went, and they fetched the singer anything he requested, however challenging or ridiculous at a moment's notice. So a group of people, entourage, a group of people doing some challenging or ridiculous things to gain some favor. The whole context is this. And the options are avarice, it means greedy. Humble means humble. Belligerent means warlike or fighting mentality. Jubilant means being joyful. And obsequious and fawning, these two words are synonym, and they are meaning flattery, to gain some favor. These two words perfectly appropriate for the blank. The obsequious or the fawning entourage accompanied Elvis everywhere he went, and they paid the singer anything he requested, however challenging or ridiculous at a moment's notice. So the correct answers are obsequious and fawning. The ninth question is, many animals such as the poison dart frog, the tiger moth, and the black widow spider give predators advanced warning of their unpalatability or danger through aposematic warning signs, while other animals such as the harmless scarlet kingsnake simply mimic the bright colors of the blank species to keep the predators away. So they're basically mimicking the bright color of the predators, and the predator obviously are not good for the scarlet kingsnake. So they're bad, and the blank should be a negative word. So the options are pernicious, it means harmful. Amiable means friendly. Cosmetable means good use for food to eat. Pulchritudinous, it means beautiful, related to beauty. And deleterious means harmful, and esculent means edible or eatable. So the right choice are pernicious and deleterious. Both are harmful and very much perfect for the blank. The final question is always the charlatan. Charlie tried to confuse his listeners with some evidence. And the options are specious, it means seems true but actually false. And it means fake. Pithy means clear or concise. Cogent means weighty or powerful. Substantiated means affirming or supporting, solidifying. Irreproachable means blameless, like someone you cannot blame. And spurious means fake. So the right options are clearly specious and spurious, which means fake. And the full sentence is always the charlatan. Charlie tried to confuse his listeners with specious or spurious evidence. So that's the end of practice 1 of the GRE Verbal series. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and thank you for watching.